Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading for the 8th to the 15th of September. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you this week. We got the Strength, the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of, the King of Cups. We are going to pull out two more here. Three of Pentacles and Temperance. Okay. Interesting. Before I dive deeper, here's what I'm going to say to you, Gemini. Uranus is currently in your sign. Uranus has recently stationed retrograde. Uranus is a planet of innovation, drastic change, okay? It's very revolutionary. It's also very chaotic. Like comes out of left field and you're like, WTF, what's going on? And with it being in your sign, even though this is a longer transit, this is going to impact you, and it could actually be conjuncting some of your personal signs. Now, I would look to a 10-degree orb for that if you know how to look at conjunctions. The retrograde is going to feel like a reassessment of things. Potential reassessment with respect to where you're pouring a lot of energy into people, places, or things. And where you need to, shift that. Maybe where you need to focus a little bit on self-healing, self-care, versus pouring from an empty cup. This could look like, you realizing and paying attention or the revelation, I should say, of where you have been courageous, wanting to restore some balance, wanting to be like the hero of a sort in a dynamic, and Source is turning around and going, what would happen if you just let it all go? This is reminiscent of this really cool saying, or I guess it's more of like I guess you'd call it a saying, where, the idea behind, or this notion, I should say. And the notion behind, or the notion is, if you have friends, romantic partners, or romantic partner, I mean, you could have multiple, you're Gemini, or, people in your circle, or, people that you would consider like you depend on, or that are your friends. What would happen if you stopped talking to them? Would there be any receptivity? Would they be contacting you? Would they be asking to see you? Would they be asking to hang out with you? And if the answer is no, or if you pull back and you start seeing that there is no receptivity, that they're like not going, hey Gemini, like want to hang out, la 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 la, the answer is that that's not your people's. That's not your people's. And Source wants you to get real strict here with your routine, with your structure, with your boundaries, because you got Capricorn energy. And I feel like for some of you, you've been really trying to fight to move forward, either with this person, this career, this relationship, this friendship. And Source is going, I'm trying to show you that there's something more here. You shouldn't be pouring so much energy into this. Especially if you're not receiving anything back. For some of you, this could have to do with your finances, with your money. And I always say to my students, whether you take my Money Magnet workshop or not, which I totally would recommend that you take it because of what I'm about to say to you, in your career and your finances, if you are around people who have limiting mindsets, or who are constantly talking about their hardship, their difficulty, or who don't believe in your vision, or at least don't support you in your vision, you are always going to stay stuck at their frequency instead of you leveling up, because you're allowing yourself to get dragged down energetically. The Strength, the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands, right? You're allowing yourself to be brought back down into their world. Maybe they have insecurities. Maybe they have fears. Maybe they don't trust themselves. Maybe they feel like they're not good enough for these new opportunities. But these new opportunities are making their way to you, Gemini. They really are. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And then we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. And so, when I look at this, It reminds me of this one client I had. She was like one of the first clients that I ever taught the wealth recipe to. And you can learn the wealth recipe over on my Money Magnet workshop. It's down in the description box below. And it includes your astrology prosperity keys, your prosperity potential, how to rewrite your limiting beliefs, nervous system work, spirituality, and wealth and success, and so much more. And I remember when we talked, and this was like, oh, I feel like it's going on 2 years now. And we were doing like one-on-one coaching. And she said to me, Char, like, you know, we're trying to figure out where the energy leaks are. Because there's always energy leaks that are stopping you from attracting money. And she was like, well, like, I'm always trying to hang out with my friends. Da, 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 da. And I said to them, okay, but like, is it you messaging? We got into this conversation. Anyway, turns out, I said to her, for the next, I think it was like 30 or 60 days, something like that. I just said, for the next 30 to 60 days, don't message. Don't message at all. Just sit back, focus on your career, focus on your work, focus on your business. And she was constantly stuck. She was stuck at like, I think like 3K a month or something like that. Like she couldn't figure out how to break free from that. I just said, just don't not respond. Like talk to your friends, but don't be the one to initiate. You focus on your career, let them initiate the hangouts, let them initiate the contact, and then you reciprocate. Anyways, she did that. Let me tell you how she 3 times her income, maybe more, 4 times, because she was started making 15K months. And guess who didn't message her as much? And so that's an energy leak, right? She was pouring her energy, her time into that friendship, and it was stopping her from attracting cash flow with ease. Strength, 2 of 5 of wands, 2 of wands, Ace of Pentacles. Pay attention to your energy leaks because there's something big here that wants to come through with that Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Temperance. And that's when you learn how to restore the balance, Gemini. Restore the balance, stay even keel, emotionally, mentally secure here. Collaborative, but focus on ebbing and flowing, the balance, the cycle of life, instead of just pouring into places where there's no reciprocation. We have grief, right? So I think for a lot of you, you know, maybe it's the eclipse season, maybe it's the energy, but there's like a realization of, holy shit, I can't be friends with this person anymore. And then deep healing, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. A healing of self, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been pouring so much energy into these people, places, things. They don't deserve me. Amen, sister or brother. You even got Aries as your amulet, right? The black tourmaline and the hematite acting as a protective crystal here for your energy. Instead of trying to fight, beg, plead for this friendship or for this relationship or for this career, for whatever the hell it is, what if you laid back? Just step back. 5 of wands. For some of you, it's romantic. 8 of swords. Yeah. And King of Swords. Page of Wands, the Emperor. Yeah, it's almost like this person wants it their way or the highway. 2 of Cups, King of Swords. And you're realizing here, Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, you're realizing here, you're going, wait. This is all about them, how they want it, when they want it. Like they want to be the driving force, but there's no like, let me work together with my partner or let me work together with this girl or guy I'm talking to. It's like very much highway, my way or the highway kind of energy. And I think you're realizing that this week. And you're like, yeah, this is not reciprocal anymore. I'm not into it anymore. And so you're having a really strict combo, King of Swords, 2 of Cups. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I am saying it's going to be worth it because it is going to rejig your trajectory. And what a better time to do it than eclipse season, right? Because the eclipses literally are about rejigging the energy to align with your highest timeline. All right. If you want to work together with me in any capacity, you want to take the Money Magnet workshop or any of my other courses, it's down in the description box below. Here is a video to help you with manifesting your dream life. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, subscribes. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.